Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. He caught it! And he will score! Touchdown, finding a Illini!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. To the air on first down. Unloads it downfield. And he's got it inside the 35. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. This offense starts deep in a hole. Power football with the run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Schultz. Punts it out of the air. At the 35, he's got room. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Still running at the 40. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Second down. Looking to throw at Schultz. With the catch, it's Dixon. Touchdown, Illinois! And they take it in for 6 more points. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding, pounding, pounding. pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Catch in the middle, it's Sanders.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Fighting Illini with options here on second and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Illinois move the chains on the ground. Let's see if they run behind that big offensive line again. Looking for space. It's Valentine. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off play action. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Illini! Fitted in the window for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. It's, you get inside the 5, you're thinking run as a defense, come on, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of you. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play action by this offense.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got an open man. Got room at the 35. He's loose on the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see one of the top teams in this conference taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Pollack. Back to throw, it's Schultz. Makes the grab, it's Sanders. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game right away.
Makes one man miss. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. All right, guys, let's chat about Illinois. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Illinois looking to pay things off on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Illinois!
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Dixon. Turning it on. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Illini!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Schultz. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Pulled down for the tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Dixon. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
Looking downfield on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Gonna run it. It's Valentine. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Gets it to him on the screen. Past the 40. He's loose. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
What a start for this offense throwing. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Setting up the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We're seeing him toting the rock with success, and now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Illinois!
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I'll tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Valentine. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebacker's coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Schultz. It's complete to the right. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He slings it deep to the left. Gets it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Keeps looking downfield. Back's got it. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Touchdown, Illini! And they add 6 more. The Fighting Illini using that big run to get momentum going. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught near the sticks. It's Mahoney. At the 35, he's open. Turning on the Jets. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And
the drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going to take off.
it's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll go to the counter. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Schultz. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Running to Green. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Headed to the end zone. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. It's 1st and goal as Illinois comes to the line. He'll set up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Illinois! And they take it in for 6 more points. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Looking for a man, it's Schultz. Throws for the tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Sanders. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again.
Let's go.
From the gun, running back gets to give. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. It's a seam wide open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, if you're the quarterback, you're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. Looking to pass, it's Schultz. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Wide open spaces. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and... from the 7. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Illini!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34.
Get ready.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Sanders. There he goes. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Fighting Illini with options here on second and short. They'll leave it with him. They make the tackle at the 22. Will give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Caught close to the marker, it's Dixon. Tackle made at the 9-yard line after the catch. It'll be first and goal.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Touchdown, Fighting Illini. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. If these guys wanted to make a statement has... Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They've been dominated now. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Illinois. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a back and 4.
Offense in a bunch formation. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for the big play. He's got it on the outside. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Illini. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, better look out. There he goes. The 30. Oh, a lot of... And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all. The Illinois offense returns to the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. Gets away from one, finds some space. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Offenses nowadays. One speed, be aggressive. After it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
Give to the running back. Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown. Back to pass, it's Schultz. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. On 1st and 10 from the 38. The give out of the gun. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. Got to execute, you got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois! That's
Let's go. Break. Single.
He'll start this drive firing. Sends it downfield. He's got it inside the 30. And they're going to score again. Yet another. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Lots of running room. Out to the 32-yard line before he... out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll give it to him again. Across the 45. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Illinois, after that big gainer, might want to see if that works again. Fires to the right. Got his man all by himself. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Dropping back, it's Schultz. It's complete to the left. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation.